Happy Friday, YouTube. Recently I've been reading about the Great Resignation. And if you haven't, looked this up, I encourage you to check it out. The Great Resignation is basically, the fact that in 2021, over 47 million Americans quit their job. More than any time in our recent history. People just quit. And it was really interesting to look into it because, for me, I've been promoting remote work, telesales for well over a decade. In fact, here on YouTube for at least 6 years, I've documented that journey of remote sales, of virtual sales, of telesales. And for many years, I have promoted this concept. And and not only that, but we've documented it here on YouTube and other platforms. But for me, it just puts an amazing uh feeling, to see this happen, because before the pandemic, I would promote telesales and virtual sales and remote selling as a way of saving on gas, not having to go and knock doors in a bad neighborhood, or just being more efficient with your time. That was the highlights of what I promoted. But as I looked into this Great Resignation, I noticed, some facts that were just mind-blowing. And I want to share those with you guys. Before the pandemic, only 15% of the workforce worked from home or had a remote opportunity. 15%. And I am glad to say I was in that 15% for many years, in my group of agents in that group. But here's what's crazy. After the pandemic, over 50% of employers offer a remote opportunity. Over 50%. That's insane. Another statistic, in 2021, one out of every 67 job postings offered remote opportunity. This year, 2022, one out of every 7 employment opportunities offers a remote opportunity. It's just insane. So it makes me feel really, really happy, because for many years I knew that eventually virtual sales, telesales would become something amazing, something that would be accepted by more people. And here we are. The Great Resignation is proof of that, because when people looked at why this happened, 47 million people quit their job, there was 4 main reasons that they discovered. One, there was a major backlog of resignations just in general. Second, people reported burnout in their position. Third, they really wanted to evaluate what work meant to them. Does your work fit your life? And a lot of people started realizing, what that meant to them on an individual basis. And then fourth, remote work. The pandemic proved that we can succeed in a remote environment. It proved it. There's no question about it. And here today, more and more people want the flexibility of working from home remotely. In fact, look, I live in rural Northern California, and I've seen the pandemic create opportunities for people that maybe lived in the city and now they can live in the country and still make a great living regardless of where they live. Before that, that was not a possibility. You chances are, if you wanted to be in the six-figure earner bracket, you'd have to live in a city like San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, Los Angeles to have more opportunities. But virtual work, remote selling, remote working created a whole different environment. And I believe it's just going to keep getting better and better and better. So, look, if you haven't watched my videos here on YouTube, I suggest that you go to my channel, click in the bottom section. It'll take you to some more of my videos. And you can see that I've been talking about this for years. And if you're watching this and you're in the insurance business, give me an opportunity to show you what it is that we've been doing for over a decade in terms of selling final expense. We have a training system that if you follow, we guarantee you 20% conversion ratio. Or we can go ahead and set you up on a cost per acquisition basis where you don't have to pay up front for the lead cost until you make a sale, you pay us. So times are changing, and I'm really excited about that. For me, I never thought a pandemic would explode our concept, but hey, it happened. And now things are not going to change. People are seeing, the workforce way differently. And if you're looking at virtual selling, consider funeral insurance, final expense, whole life insurance. I've been doing this 18 years, and I'm happy to say that I've been able to build a residual component for me and my family. Because selling is great, but the problem with selling is the feast and famine that comes with selling. Let's face it, you're not always going to be a number one top producer every single month. There's going to be days, there's going to be months where you're down, you're sick, you're on vacation. It's going to hurt your sales. Well, if you don't have a residual, then that can hurt you. If you don't have investments, that can hurt you. If you don't have real estate, that can hurt you, right? Because it's all depending on those sales. But when you have a residual component that's based off your sales efforts and it paying you year in, year out, you can really build a sustainable retirement one day, whether it's a soft retirement or long-term retirement. You can build it. You just have to have clients paying every month, and it works. I've been able to do it 18 years. I've never done nothing else other than selling insurance and enjoying those residuals. So with that said, my friends, you guys enjoy your weekend. If you're sitting here thinking about what I've talked to you about, give me a call, share with you exactly what it is that we do. I'll let you see it personally, one-on-one. But the Great Resignation just shows everybody that people want flexibility and people want to work on their own terms. And final expense is a great vehicle to get it done. I've been saying it for years. Peace.